Welcome back, my friend. This is Mr. Alan in the world of toys. Are you ready for a new HeroQuest review? Are you ready, my friends, for a new adventure? Yes, we are ready. Here we go, my friends. We are ready to start the review of the quest number 7, the Stone Hunter, aka the Lost Wizard. And I have, as usual, my quest book in Italian. However, I read for you the quest in English. The Stone Hunter. The Emperor's personal wizard Carlin has disappeared. The Emperor fears that either he has been murdered or has succumbed to the lures of chaos magic. You are to find out what has happened to Carlin, and if he is alive, bring him to safety. You will be paid 100 gold coins each upon returning. There we go, my friends. The quest begins in this room. The barbarian is the first one that watch the door, following by the dwarf, the elf and the wizard. And the barbarian broke on the door as usual with this big sword. The barbarian go inside another room and find a closer door. The barbarian opened the door. Now the door is open. The barbarian goes outside and in the corridor find another door and open also this door. Now the barbarian is inside in an empty leather room. Back to the dwarf. In the beginning, the dwarf following the barbarian steps, but in the corridor decide to go in the other side. In this corridor find two Chaos Warrior, and this time the Chaos Warrior are Stone Warrior. The dwarf is in trouble, 2 against 1. Yes, 2 against 1, the dwarf in trouble. The dwarf fight! And fight! And fight! Lost many body points, but in the end, the 2 Stone Warriors, Chaos Stone Warriors, goes down. But back to the elf situation. The elf go outside this door, also the other one. Pass to this corridor, find the dwarf. What happened? Elf, where are you going? I'm going this way. But don't follow me, I don't like you, dwarf. Me too, says the dwarf, and go on the other side. They needs to find this wizard called Carlin, but the elf find another Stone Warriors of Chaos and start a fight. The elf use a spell of window and become more powerful in the fight and destroy this Stone Warrior, this Warrior of Chaos. Later the elf continues to find the wizard Carlin. Maybe the wizard is the only one that can find another wizard like him, the wizard Carlin, and the wizard is ready to find his colleague. In the same time, the barbarian open a door, and in this room the barbarian find 2 skeletons, and the barbarian fight against the skeleton again and again, and the 2 skeleton vanish immediately. Big deal, barbarian open another door right now, guys. And behind the door, find the 2 skeletons. The barbarian start his fight against the skeletons. Both skeletons vanish. The barbarian open another door. Later goes in a corridor. Passing this corridor and find another door. Open this door. But behind the door, the barbarian goes in a trap. Back to the dwarf situation. The dwarf find another Warrior of Chaos and start a fight. The dwarf attacks immediately the Chaos Warrior, and there is a skull, my friends. Take a look. Later the dwarf continues the corridor and find a closed door. With the battle axe open the door. The dwarf goes inside and find another closed door. Open also this door and find a room with 2 doors and the big dangerous gargoyle. Back to the wizard situation. The wizard is smart and understands that something goes wrong with the barbarian and decides to go in the opposite way. Yes, in this corridor, the same corridor that used both elf and dwarf. And following a little bit the steps of the dwarf until he just arrives in the same room. The wizard arrives and finds the gargoyle and the dwarf and uses spells. 1 spell, 2 spell, 3 spell, and the gargoyle goes down. And now the dwarf decides to open this door, the wizard this other one. But back to the elf situation. The elf basically following the steps of the wizard, find this room, another room, and waiting. Smart prefer to wait what happened with the other guys. At the same time, the barbarian goes outside the trap and back because there's no way to exit this part. Goes in this part, my friends, in this other room, and back to the previous corridor. In this corridor, back to the dwarf situation. The dwarf find a mummy and a skeleton. The dwarf uses power to fight against the monster, yes! And both mummy and skeleton are destroyed and find also some equipment. Oh, this is very good to me. In the same time, the wizard opened the other door. And finally the wizard find Carlin, but Carlin became a crazy zombie and start a fight of spells. And the wizard prevail and Carlin is over. Later, the wizard find a treasure with 200 gold coin. Later the guys, the dwarf and the elf arrives and the wizard told everything. They are ready to leave these dungeons. Yes, they won. Speaking of this quest, I believe that it's a good quest. It's just to understand what happened when you find a Chaos Warrior with different power, and also to understand a little bit the rules of the game. Thanks for watching, my friends, and don't forget to share this video on social media with your friends, with HeroQuest fans like you and me, and also share in private message with your friends if you want. And don't forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe, my friends.